All right, Mark here, cooking books and bringing information. Today, this video, I want to talk real quick about our sixth sense. We're all familiar with our five senses. The five senses: touch, taste, sound, sight, and hearing. These are our five physical senses. They're five physical senses because we can touch all of them, right? We can touch our nose, we can touch our eyes, we can touch our ears, our tongue, right? We can touch our five physical senses. So we human beings are designed with a five-based sensory system. Again, a five-based sensory system. We need to in this video again, I'm going to talk specifically about cultivating our sixth sense. The reason why, but before I tell you why we need to cultivate the sixth sense, we need to understand this: our five-based data system is faulty, and here's why. The five-based sensory system is designed and tailored particularly for the physical world. It's designed to interact and collect data from our physical environment and or surroundings. But the reason why it's faulty is because it collects the information, right, which is our perception, right? That's what perception means: collecting data from our environment by means of any one of the five senses. So our perception is a collection of the data in our environment based or brought in by the five from one of the five or multiple five basic sensory systems, right? So once we collect this information, we now have to interpret that information, right? We have to interpret the information we collect from our environment by means of the five-based sensory system, so we can make sense of the world in which we exist, or the circumstance or conditions or situations we find ourselves in. This is how we make sense, meaningful sense, of the environment or the world in which we exist. So that's how the process works. The why it's faulty after that data is collected by means of the five-based sensory system. Our interpretation and translation of the information that's collected is based upon or predicated on pre-existing beliefs. Yes, pre-existing beliefs. The beliefs that we have held over the years is what's going to interpret and translate the information we're collecting by means of our five-based database system. And the problem with that is a lot of our beliefs that we have collected or acquired over our lifetime are erroneous, incorrect, and false. A lot of the beliefs, especially about ourselves, a lot of the beliefs about ourselves, a lot of the beliefs that we hold about ourselves are false. A lot of them, most of them. So the belief system that we have is the determining factor of how we translate, interpret information collected by our five basic sensory system. And a lot of those beliefs are thwarted or distorted. A lot of the beliefs, are distorted. So this is why relying solely on the five basic sensory system is not it's not optimal. It's not the most accurate way for us to collect information and interpret our lives or interpret certain environments that we find ourselves in, relying solely on the five-base system. It's just not the best way. Your sixth sense, which is your gut, your intuition, a hunch, all synonymous. Your sixth sense is designed for not to interpret things from the physical. The sixth sense is designed to interpret from the other realms, right? If you have a basic or fundamental understanding of the world and the universe, we know that there's more than just this physical plane in which we inhabit, the three-dimensional existence, right? Up, down, left, right, back, front. That's three dimensions. We know there's more. There's higher dimensions. So your sixth sense, hold on, boo-boo. Your sixth sense is what's going to allow you to collect information from higher dimensions, right? And interpret and translate that information into physical form. So you're collecting information before the information becomes physical, before the information takes on form and become physical. You're able to spot that information, collect that data, interpret that data, and make better choices, better decisions to have better outcomes that are more desirable than outcomes that are undesirable. So that's why it's important to cultivate your sixth sense, because your sixth sense collects information from higher dimensions that's being transmitted to each and every one of us. And So the sixth sense is the antenna that picks up information from higher frequencies, higher dimensions, subtler planes, and we're able to anticipate the physical and the form and the physical translated outcomes before they actually translate, before they actually outcome, before they result and finalize. We'll be able to anticipate them by means of the sixth sense. So hopefully some of this information makes sense here. I know my daughter's like, she's all in the video right now. It's all about her, and so hopefully you got something out of this. So next time, Mark Cooking Books, bring info. Peace.